Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Corporate Gupshup, a platform where we connect with our accomplished alumni and bring real world career insights straight to you. Every alumni carries with them a story that not only inspires but also reflects the legacy of LNCT. Today, we are honored to welcome one such achiever whose journey from our very own campus in the tech world is a true testament of growth, learning, and perseverance. This session is proudly brought to you by the Corporate Club under the guidance of the Training and Placement Department, LNCT. I am Ramansh, your host for today's session, and I am joined by my co host, Arunima.
Thank you, Ramansh. Today we are truly honored to welcome a guest who reflects the perfect blend of technical expertise, leadership, and dedication. Please join me in welcoming our proud alumnus from LNCT 2025 batch, currently working as a system engineer at TCS, Mr. Yashwardhan Singh Patel. Sir, it's a privilege to have you with us today. From excelling in Java DSA and Monstack to leading as co-head of the corporate and Go Global Club, and even achieving recognition as a top 10 ambassador at Unstop. Your journey is both inspiring and motivating. We would request you to kindly turn on your mic and camera and share a brief introduction about yourself with our audience.
Yeah. Uh, Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It's truly an honor to be here. Yeah. So it's a fantastic feeling for me because I'm here to reconnect with the club. That has been such an important part of my journey. And yeah, today I'm excited to share my experience with you all. That I think would the place, just like corporate club, would be a great place to start with. And yeah, I would go on first with my placement part in of my career. So the first thing that I would like to say to you about the TCS NQT exam, that the first step on that was the online process. So basically, it was a screening round where they actually test your problem solving skills. Okay, so it has two sections. One is the cognitive skills part. So it's basically based on your logical and your aptitude reasoning, and some sort of questions are also asked on English and mathematics also. And I think it consists of under the section 8 consists of 5 sections, and two sections are specifically made for aptitude. One is normal aptitude, another one is advanced aptitude. And moving on to the section B part, that is the coding skills part. So they generally test your basic coding skills, your programming language concepts, and yes, it gives you yeah, what you can say, you can choose your own language. Okay, so once you clear the interview, once you clear the online test round, you move on to the interview round. Now, this interview round is actually one of the most insightful things because this actually what I can say, you you have a one-on-one interaction with the people of the TCS, or sorry, with the people of the company. Okay, so this interview round actually got two processes. One is the technical round. So in the technical round, they actually ask about your core concepts. Okay, your core knowledge about every computer technologies that you have learned till so far. So onto my part, I was being asked about my final year project. So they generally asked about what technologies I have used, what challenges I have overcome, and the teamwork that I have done. Okay, and secondly, what second thing is. Okay, yeah, they also ask about the fundamentals of the computer science concepts like DSA, DBMS, and specifically for DBMS, they make you write down the SQL queries also. Okay, so note it down. And they also ask some questions on system design and computer architecture. Okay, and after covering this technical interview, they then we have this combination combination of managerial and HR round. So that this round is actually not on the coding part. It's more about a person. Okay, so they want you to know that how you handle pressure, and your career goals, and why you want to work at the TCS. So basically, you in this round you have to showcase your personality. Okay, and then yeah okay, so now talking about my things, the few things, the three strategies that I have taken to succeed in my placement time. The one was that I would like to tell my audience. First thing is that to master your basics. Okay, that you have to be strong in your fundamentals, and you have to that don't try to learn everything. Okay, you must master one programming language. Like nowadays, many of the candidates are asking that, Bhaiya, how many languages do we have to learn? Like no need to learning every language. Okay, just master one language and be confident into it. Okay, so I would like to tell my audience that your final year project is your best resume. Okay, you can present your best resume as per your final year project. Okay, so your explanation onto that project should be concise, and the technologies, the challenges, you should be prepared with all these answers. Okay, and thirdly, I would say that yeah, just be authentic and be real. This is all what they are looking for. Your confidence and your willingness to learn is what they are actually looking for. Yeah.
That's great, sir. Sir, as you mentioned about your experience of the and the rounds of the TCS, the main like the main strategy which you stick to, and how were you consistent in your profession? So please, enlighten us about that.
Okay. So yeah, talking about the key strategies that was that I generally used. Like there was not a single strategy. There was a combination of multiple strategies. Okay, so onto my strategic routines, what I did that I was more focused on building like based skill that would be applicable in multiple domains. Okay, that one base skill you choose that would be applicable in multiple domains. Okay, and onto that I set yeah set a dedicated learning block every week. Okay, and what I did, every Saturday I used to set a block, a timing block, that this much time I should give on to my DSA part, onto my development part, or any sort of thing. Okay, now talking about the what we can say, that how did I balance my academics, my coding, my clubs, and other activities. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
there are things like, first thing is I would say that prioritization. Okay, so what priorities do you set really matters. So of my top priority, the one thing was the my academics part. Okay, the lectures, classes, assignments, projects, and all of that. So this was my academic this was my top priority. When this priority was set, then I came down to the other priorities, like my clubs, internships, coding practices, and all of that. So you have to make like what we can say, the block timings. Like specifically, you have to set some timing standards for every activity. Second thing is, I would say that okay, what strategic solution you are you are taking on, so you'll not be grasping every single opportunity. Okay, so what I did, that I choose only that internship and that club that would be beneficial for my long term goals. Okay, and instead of joining into multiple clubs, I chose only one club, and that provided me the leadership goals, and that also provided me some valuable experiences. So this was all of it.
That's wonderful strategy, sir. Sir, as you talked about the technical aspects, along with that, soft skills are also an important part. And since you were the president of the corporate club, So, sir, how you worked on your soft skills and how important are they for the placement? Please give a brief intro of that.
Okay, so I believe that soft skills are eventually what we can say. Mm, yeah, many of the students are now more focused on their technical aspects rather than their holistic and their soft skills part. What I meant to say is that they are more isolated and they are more what we can say they have their predefined algorithms and all of it. They are not exploring more most of the things that are being driven out. Okay, so I need to say to my audiences that you have to be very well like what we you have to be a professional candidate. First of all, you have to be excellent in communication, in collaboration, and in leadership, in teamwork, because apart from your academics that have been taught in your college, there is some industry expectations also that are being asked by the industry experts. Okay, so they wanted you a well-rounded professional, so you have to be good at this. Okay, so this all of it.
Thanks, sir. Now, I would like Arunima to carry on with the set of questions.
Thank you, Ramanj. So, with 5+ lead code batches and a strong DSA foundation, consistency clearly played a role in your journey. How did you build and maintain that momentum in coding practice while balancing all the college activities?
Okay, so okay, yeah, I think that all it requires is to yeah, all it requires is a combination of strategic planning and a genuine passion in your problem solving. Okay, so I started coding practice on a daily habit role. Okay, where I was solving around 2 to 3 questions every day. So you asked me why you have only chosen 2 to 3 questions, specifically on lead code, where you can have 1500 to 2000 questions are there. So why I have only chosen 2 to 3 questions is because I was more focused on the quality of practice rather than the quantity of problems. Okay, so what I mean to say is that I was focusing on understanding the core concepts of the programming language and the alternative approach to every problems being given on lead codes. Okay, and the third thing was that I needed that it was just a note that you have to practice that start practicing the coding questions on sheet of paper rather than on any sort of platform, because it will give you a better understanding of codes. Okay, and specifically I would say that it's all about building a sustainable system. Okay, so you, in order to maintain your discipline, your momentum between the curricular activities and the industry expectations. Okay, so you have to be flexible. What I mean to say that there are some hard days where I would hard days like you have your project submission, your lectures are there, classes, and all of that. Okay, so you can on that you can tackle some easy problems, you can revise your previous DSA concepts. Okay, and on the lighter days when you have some little amount of work like starting of the semester and all of, so you can tackle the hard problems. Moreover, you can start a new topic, not necessary on DSA or development. You can do whatever you want. And basic advice to I would give that make a group, start discussion, start with your friends, and it's a great thing where you can share your resources and any other sort of things. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. That was an insightful answer. So, one more question to you. You've built a strong profile as full stack developer. Would you share with us how your journey into full stack development began, the step you took in preparation, and the resources or strategies that helped you master both front end and back end skills.
Okay. So, hmm, I would say that in the beginning of your college journey, you should start with the understanding and the implementation of the computer science principles. Okay, your field of computing should be defined. Your algorithms, that you should be knowing that how the algorithms actually work in the real scenarios. Okay, you should be knowing the basics of the programming concepts, and you should be knowing about the data representation. Okay, so these are actually being taught in the academics part. And on your if we for your skill improvement, I would say that like for on my journey, I started with the front end development, that is the user interface part. Okay, so I began with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So these are the fundamental concepts for building any sort of websites. Okay, so if you're targeting on building structure, styling it, or adding of any elements, so it is required, it is necessary required. Okay, and I think that most of the candidates are now reviving on this React.js platform, which is a great thing because you have to be updating with the technologies. Okay, and then I move on to my backend part, which was actually the logic, the main core functionality of any sort of application. So I started with Node.js firstly because in Node.js I was being good at JavaScript. So mainly JavaScript is something. Sorry, Node.js is actually a framework that can be worked in both front end and back end. So it's a great thing where you start if you're starting back end part. Okay, so JavaScript is applied on Node.js. Then I switched on to the RESTful APIs. That how I learned how these APIs work, how to build APIs. Okay, then I started with Express and what we can say Express and was not knowing. Yeah, then Expressy only, and some sort of PHP. And actually, on your part, I would say that for only the database systems, MongoDB would actually work. So you should start using MongoDB for the server side data rendering part. Okay. So yeah, this was all about it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now handing it over to our host.
Thanks, Arunima. Sir, during your LNCT journey, you participated in hackathons like Witty Hacks and guided students in coding programs. So, could you please share how these experiences shaped your problem solving skills and helped in placements?
Okay. See, talking about my participation in hackathons and BT hacks. So I was not focused. Sorry. Yeah, that are mostly yeah, they have real world problems that will have a tight deadlines. Okay, and where you have to use your creative thoughtful processes to actually come up with an idea for to solve any kind of problem. Okay, so this anyone who is even if you are not a coder, then you should be going to hackathons for a once, because it will teach you the real meaning of well you are adaptive to the real world problem scenarios. Time project, so you have a tight deadline, so you have to prioritize some core features. You have to present it in a valuable time. Okay, so this is actually the real world case. Your time is very limited, and you have to provide valuable solution in that limited time. So what core functionalities you would choose to actually deliver in that time? Okay, and thirdly, I would say that one of the most prime concern thing, you are a technical person, and the other people is come, he is a non-technical background. How you as a technical person is going to explain your project to that non-technical person, that shows your soft skill. Okay, your what we can say, your approach to that project, how well you are adaptive to that project, and how well you can explain your project to that non-technical person. Okay, so this is that, and I think this has given a very much impact on my placements also, because see, hackathon, there are some because when you provide some hackathon victories and your coding platform, your coding participations in your resume, so it actually sets you apart from the circle. And what I meant is that recruiters actually look onto you as a professional candidate. Okay, second is what we can say. Um, it also provides you networking opportunities. So you, when you are in a space where multiple teams are there, so you get to learn with your colleagues and your opposite teams also sometimes. Okay, so this is a great way to where you can network it. Okay, and what we can say that hackathon teaches you many more things like teamwork, how you can handle challenges, and how you have overcome, what strategies you have done to overcome these challenges. Okay, so this was all of it.
That's really insightful, sir. And there's a note for our audience that hackathons are not just for the winning, as sir said. They are a great platform for skill development, collaboration, networking, leadership skills, and much more. So participation is more important than the spirit of winning. Okay, so moving on to our next question. So, sir, as your achievement of ranking among the top 10 nationwide as a campus ambassador at Unstop is truly commendable. Could you share with us how this journey started, what responsibilities you handled, and how the experience helped you grow both personally and professionally?
Okay, so I started my journey as a unstopped campus ambassador. So, in the year 2024. Okay, so I used to I used to do coding practices, and I used to participate in many events and coding competitions in the Unstop. And from that, I got this one day I got this opportunity of a college campus ambassador. So I took it. So because I felt like I could become um, a sort of phase where I can help my peers to have to have participate in the upcoming events. And yes, this has eventually helped me to gain my like what we can say, um, both helped in my professional and personal skill development. Like professionally, it has helped me to like it what things I have done, like digital marketing, data analysis, and the platform management, all of that. And personally, this has helped me in my leadership roles, because as a public speaker, I have to deal with many of the students during my workshop hosting and online sessions and all of it. Okay, and apart from it, when I was involved in this unstop competitions and all of it, so we have to do some tasks, like we have to organize workshops, meetings, sessions, and we have to be dealing with tight deadlines. We have to gather more and more peoples to come across the unstop platform to get to get enrolled in many more such events. Okay, so this was all about it.
That's really helpful, sir. Now I would like Arunima to continue.
No, thank you, Ravanch. So, reflecting on our final year, is there anything you believe that you should have begun earlier? Perhaps a skill to learn or a different way of preparation? What guidance would you offer to final year students so that they can avoid this mistake and avoid missing value opportunities?
Okay, so yeah, this is an excellent question. Mhm. Mhm. So yeah, if I get any chance to turn back to the time, so I would rather I would shift my focus from the technical preparation to more of an holistic and strategic approach to career building. Okay, what I meant by this, many of the students, what they do, they underestimate the importance of professional building and like professional building networks, and they like showcasing their work, so they hardly do anything. So in my guidance, what I would say that yet you have to be well prepared. That you have to well prepare your professional presence. Okay, by professional presence, like I mean to say, like your LinkedIn account. So your LinkedIn account, it should be updated, your skills, your projects, your experience, all of it. Secondly, the it comes GitHub. It should be clean and it should be well organized. Okay. Third thing is your okay your personal portfolio. Your is really does matters, because that is a platform where you actually you can post your resumes, your extracurricular activities, your projects, and all of it. So, as because in my interview round in the TCS, the managerial in my managerial round, they asked me about my personal portfolio. So I was at that time, it was not completed. It has a little bit of changes to be done. Okay, so I that time I realized that it has some importance. And for the talking about the interview round, so there you have to prepare. You have to be good at your behavioral questions. By behavioral questions, I mean like um, your like they would ask about your communication skills, your pressure handling part. Okay, and you should be prepared with your project stories. By project stories, like you, it should be clear, it should be concise, it should be up to their mark. Okay, so this would give them the questions that they have to ask to yourself. Okay, because if you have come with a blank resume, how would they have asked the questions? So you have to present them with some stories. So the best thing is to prepare your project story. And third thing is, I would say that seek mentorship, because in my time I didn't came up with many mentors. Just one was there. So you have to gain a lot of experience. So you have to be came across to a lot of mentors. Okay, so this was all of it.
Okay, that was really informative answer that's been given by you, sir. So, in your view, what is the biggest gap between the skills taught in college and the expectation of the industry from fresh graduates? And how can students work towards bridging that gap effectively?
Okay. um, like you need meant to say that the gap that the college and the industry is not meeting properly, na?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so uh, okay, so in my view, the largest gap that I have seen between the college curriculum and the industry part is, see, first thing is the lack of practical knowledge. Okay. Second thing is the project based skilling. And third is professional maturity. Okay. So, yeah, I would like to give you an example. For one side, you have an academic problem solving, and another side, you have an industry problem solving. Academic problem solving, it is isolated. You have a predefined solution. You have a babysitting environment. Faculty is providing you solutions. You meant to have some little amount of work. You used around 10 to 20% of your brain. But on the other hand, what you do, but on the other hand, there we have industry problem solving. You get to know, you get to work on the real complex codes the industry have been working on. You meant to be learning that you must be knowing the software development, the git versions that are being used, all the new technologies that are coming up. Okay. And how you are well prepared with the tools and methodologies. Okay, they all see it. And and one of the most important thing that being firstly in the beginning of the in the big past was this you have to be excellent in the soft skills. So what I meant to say that they are wanting a well-rounded person, and to fulfill it, what I can say is that you should start building your projects from the scale. It's not like you are building an e-commerce website or some sort of tracking application. It should be some real world project. Start collaborating with startups or like you can easily get real world projects from the outside companies also, where you can work on. So yeah, and secondly, you can contribute to open source projects on GitHub. This is an excellent part which I have done it. And you can focus on tools.
Point that you mentioned about the gap was totally on point, sir. Over to you, Ramesh.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing these invaluable insights. It's been incredibly moment to live chat. Subham Kumar asked how to start coding as a second year student.
Okay, so Shubham, uh, focus more on your fundamentals. Start. What I can say that yes, you can you can eventually start tutorials also, and you can eventually you can write codes on the platforms also. You can practice it. Yes.
That's great, sir. Another question coming up is what are the common mistakes students should avoid during placement preparation and interviews?
Sorry.
So common mistakes during preparation of the placement and interviews.
Okay. Common mistakes. Interviews. Hmm. See, mostly what I have encountered is that students meant to change their domain. Okay, so firstly they were learning Java, then they switch on to C++, then they switch on to Python. Never do that. Focus on one programming language. Okay, it doesn't matter what a friend is doing. You can take his advice also. You can see with what how he is performing things, but stick on to that development, especially on development. Stick on to that thing that you are confident on. Okay, because during the interview they would eventually be asking on to the hard, very hard level questions. Okay, they will be giving you some situation questions, and they will be asking you that how you can solve this and something. So then they will get to know that you are just bluffing it. Okay, so prepare on what you have done it previously. Never start a new thing.
That's great, sir. Now I would like Arunima to continue with the rapid fire round.
So there was one personal question of mine.
Okay.
Sir, as I'm a student and I'm also preparing for DSA, so I switched from C++ to Java because I've seen there is one trend that's been going around in college that most of the companies are asking for the two programming languages, that is Java and Python. They're not allowing C++. So would that be a fair decision to switch from C++ to Java so that I can sit in all the companies?
See, this is your decision because as because you will be lastly who will be facing the company problems and all of it. Okay, once you are getting selected in the company. So if company is requiring that, so you are meant to do it.
Okay. So there was all fantastic questions that is being asked so far. So now let's crank up the energy with a rapid fire round. So we are going to shoot a series of quick fun question your way and you will have to answer them fast and spontaneous.
Okay.
Is that clear, sir?
Yeah, bring it on.
Yes. So the first question is your go-to spot on Bhopal.
Go to spot. Takery. It's calm. It's refreshing.
Correct. That is very enjoying scenery that we see on Takery. Yeah. Second, one subject from college that actually helped you in your job.
Uh, DSA. It trained me to think logically.
Okay. Code at night or code at morning?
Night. Yes. When the world is really quiet and you are grinding hard. That's the best
Means
thing.
you're also a night owl.
Good, good, good work.
Yeah. A placement myth you want to bust.
Uh, Marks decides everything.
Hmm. Correct. Most memorable college event that you experienced?
Mm, DJ night, making memories with friends.
Correct. I think we can relate to that answer. A song that reminds you of college days.
Hmm, वो दिन भी क्या दिन थे छिछोरे.
Nice, nice. Next question is your ultimate comfort food during exam week.
Okay, you should try it. Masala Maggi and jamming with friends. Solid combination.
One soft skill every techie must answer.
Uh, Communication. As long because even you have the best code, but there's no use if you can't explain it.
One app you can't live without.
One app, Google Pay. Money matters. Money survives.
Correct. One message you'd like to leave for juniors in just 3 words.
Three words. It's very learn, apply, and grow. The best three words which I have applied.
Okay. So now we are done with our rapid fire round. We are heading towards the end of this session. And before we close, we'd love to hear one heartfelt piece of advice you'd like to leave for our juniors.
So to all the audience who are watching this, I would say that just believe in yourself, believe in hard work, have have faith in everyone who have given some sort of efforts. Your parents, your teachers, your friends. Okay, believe in yourself and just keep grinding hard because good things take time.
Correct. So thank you so much, sir. Handing over to you, Ramansh.
Thanks, Arunima. As we come to the conclusion of this enlightening session, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, for sharing your journey, wisdom, and candid insight with all of us today. On behalf of the entire corporate club and the training and placement department of LNCT, we sincerely appreciate the time and energy you invested in being with us. Your words have not only motivated us, but have also provided valuable clarity on where to focus as we embark on our journey, on our placement journey. We wish you continued success, happiness, and abundant opportunity in your career ahead. We would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Anuj Garg sir and Puspang sir for making this session possible and for their unwavering support in initiative that empowers students to grow beyond the classroom. Until we meet again, keep learning, keep evolving, and always stay curious. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Ramansh, Arunima. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, sir.
It's our pleasure.
Yes, sir. It's a great pleasure to have you on board.
Shall I leave or?
Uh, so just a minute, sir.